Under no circumstances would I ever refer to abortion as a selfish act. I've heard women who've had abortions say that they were being selfish, but it's none of my business to say that, because it's far more complicated than a woman's decision. The lie that it's a woman's decision, it's not. And it's not a free choice.
Silent, angry, very angry, shame. It was his baby, and I said, no, it was your son.
Even though I was pro-abortion, I knew in my heart that it was wrong. I was wanting to get the abortion done so quickly because I knew the baby was growing.
This was something that all of a sudden was a realization for me after reading those books and realizing, wait a minute, if we had that abortion at X number of weeks, this is what that child looked like. You know, that child had features, it had limbs, it had a lot of development at that point. This was not a group of cells, this was a child.
I always knew I was going to be a mom.
Yeah.
I didn't know how or when or what time, but
Right.
I knew I would be a good mom.
Right.
And I was very happy when I found out, until he was just like, his dad was just like, if you're not gonna marry me, you're not having this baby. I don't care how it goes. I can choke it out of you, or you can go have an abortion.
It took a long time for me to be able to believe that God could forgive me for that, because then I took responsibility that I had murdered her baby. And I would go back over the conversation and think, why didn't I offer to adopt the baby? Why didn't I say this? Why didn't I say that?
I wasn't thinking too much when I was asking her to go through the abortions. I knew that I wanted to help the situation with Ann and Nick, and I didn't know how. But I was also afraid to bring more children into the picture because I was so confused, lost, and hurt myself. And so I just did what the world was doing.
And we're targeted. 78% of the Planned Parenthood abortion type clinics are in minority communities. We were set up. What the slave trade couldn't do to us, even in terms of the destruction of our families, being sold off, killed as a result of disobeying a slave master, what Jim Crow couldn't do to us, what Reconstruction couldn't do to us, okay, the abortion industry has done. And worse, and this is what really hurts, is that we're doing it to ourselves.
It's so scary to go there, to look at it. Because if you have to look at it, you have to realize what it was. And it was the taking of your child's life. That's really hard. That's really difficult.
Doing Silent No More Minnesota in my home for 3 years, and I've got boxes and stuff everywhere. It's just grown into every room of my house, and so this is it. This is our first real building. And there's Alice.
Hello.
Hey, Alice.
How are you doing?
Good.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
Jeez.
Thank you so very much. That's awesome.
We've got.
I'm thinking I'm going in the lion's den. You know, I'm Daniel going in the lion's den. I am going to go to a pro-life march with a sign that says something about me having an abortion. Wow. I mean, and I was going by myself.